investing your money, it's very important to have the right strategy or plan that balances risk versus reward, especially during uncertain times like the pandemic that we're currently under, plus a U.S. presidential election. That's what we're discussing today with John Balcerzak. He's the president and founder of A4 Wealth Advisors, a Charlotte area firm that focuses on preparing people for a successful retirement, even during tough times like we are experiencing right now. John, welcome to the show. And John, did anyone expect such a strong recovery after we had that big sell-off in February, especially under the umbrella of COVID-19?
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected such a V-shaped recovery. A lot of people thought it might be a U-shaped recovery or maybe even a W, where we're going to get a second sell-off. But it was actually very strong. We had a lot of pent-up demand. And you have to remember, Eugene, the Federal Reserve stepped in early and provided a lot of liquidity and helped a lot of small businesses. And if you look at the stock market, it's forward-looking, not in arrears. So we did have a V-shaped recovery. We talk all the time, to tell people to stay the course, stick to your long-term plan, and try not to invest on your own emotion. Because if you do that, you're going to buy, high and sell low. You don't want to do that, right? You want to buy low and sell high and stay the course.
So we saw a mixed bag of Q2 earnings, but it looks like many companies are doing well. Will this continue?
On our last segment, I talked about us reaching new highs, and here we are getting ready to reach new highs because a lot of companies are doing exceptionally well. I mean, if you look at IT or information technology, the FANG stocks, if you look at essential retailers, if you look at, home builders, if you look at, companies like Home Depot and Lowe's, I mean, these places are jam-packed because people now are doing home improvement. They're stuck at home. They can't do much else. So you want to follow where the money is going. And there's a lot of companies right now that are doing exceptionally well. Now, with that, there are also some companies that you want to stay away from. If there are companies that are in hospitality or travel or things where the country's not opened up yet, then obviously those are some sectors that are really going to be hurting. So your advisor should be advising you to get away from those types of stocks and investing in stocks that are doing exceptionally well. The biggest thing, Gene, is GDP was down 35% in Q2, but we're still reaching all-time highs. And that tells me that the market thinks we're going to continue this bull market rally.
Well, we have a huge presidential election that's coming up, and there's a lot of stress and anxiety associated with that, and sometimes maybe the market's reflected, maybe not. Should people worry because what we have, that this big presidential election is coming up? Should we be worried?
I think, number one, everybody should get out and vote. You need to cast your vote, and this is a huge election. I do believe that in my heart of hearts. But if you go back and look historically at the last, 50, even 100 years, under both independent Republican and Democratic leadership, markets have historically been resilient. Now, that doesn't mean that if one party gets in and they try to roll things back like regulation or increased taxation, of course those things can affect the market. So you need to have an advisor that can navigate and help you navigate those waters. If policy change hurts certain sectors of our economy, then your advisor should be telling you to get out of those type stocks. So I think, don't let the election scare you from your long-term plan. Stay invested. Find a good advisor. Find somebody who has a fiduciary responsibility to act in your best interest and hold your hand and navigate you through this. We were just talking before the segment, you played pro football, right, Eugene?
That's right.
Nobody came and made those tackles for you, right?
No, not at all.
So if I'm working for you, it's my job to make those tackles and to keep you on track, okay? So that's how a good financial advisor works. And I tell people out there, if you haven't been making money, we've been in a bull market for over 10 years. And people come into our office, they say, well, John, my account's not growing. It's flat. Well, it shouldn't be. You need to get a second opinion. You need to reevaluate your situation and help you get back on track.
So do you have any advice what current investors should be doing right now?
Yeah, get unbiased advice and make a plan. So many people that come into our office, Eugene, don't have a plan. They might have bought some stocks or some bonds or some mutual funds. Maybe they bought an annuity, but they don't have a comprehensive plan. We want to help people navigate that, maybe doing tax planning, Roth conversions, making sure they have the right asset allocation, making sure if they're going to retire that they have a guaranteed income plan. These are the things that we do for our clients. People that are retired or retiring soon, and having comprehensive wealth management, I think, is as critical, especially today, because there's a lot of money to be made if you're doing the right things.
If you'd like to learn more about preparing for a successful retirement, A4 Wealth Advisors has a great offer for you. For the first 5 callers with a portfolio of $250,000 or greater, they're offering a complimentary full-blown retirement plan just for you. John will sit down with you personally and provide you with a roadmap analyzing where you are right now and discuss your best steps to really get ready for a successful retirement. A game plan to get you to where you need to be. Call right now. The number is 704-509-1141. That's 704-509-1141. And John, what's your website?
www.a4, that's letter A, numeric 4, wealth.com. We got an entire learning library on there, so please check us out.
Please check them out and get in touch with them indeed. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Eugene. Have a great day.